All right, we're back. Your boy has found a cutoff wheel of sorts. I just confirmed metal use only. You know, I just want to make sure it's not gonna shatter whenever I get ready to cut this stuff. All right. Just to preface this, I've never used one of these before. All right.
Do not try this at home, kids.
Yeah, basically. Big boy sparks. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little scared. There's a lot of sparks, caught me off guard. I should have known it was coming, but I wasn't ready. All right, so we're gonna put that down real quick. I always wear eye protection too, if you're curious why I got on sunglasses. Let me know if you want to see some videos on this too. My dad hasn't really been working on it much lately, but maybe I can get him out here for a video or two. All right, transmission fluid isn't flammable, right?
I don't know. Come on.
We're about to find out today. The sparks got metal in them, if y'all ain't know. So I'm out here getting lit up. So this is my work on the car shirt. I got this in probably like middle school, maybe early high school. But anyway, we're back, geared up, ready to go. Woo! Bust me in my face. Oh my God. All right, we gonna wait on the compressor to finish airing up, because as you heard, as the longer I was grinding on it, the less powerful it started to get. And then once this is done, we're gonna go ahead and sand it down so it's not sharp. Maybe spray paint it a little bit like black just so it doesn't rust or anything like that. I mean, we live in a desert, it's not gonna rust, but you know, just in case.
Did you get through?
I think we're through. Yup.
Did we get through?
Yup, we went through. That's a small step for man. A large step for BRB Auto Vlogs. Let's go, baby. So, as y'all saw in the last clip, we made great progress. We finally made it through the actual metal piece. The end over here was still on, because I don't know what I was doing. This is my first time ever cutting anything like this. The end piece was still on. I didn't cut that. I cut like in the middle. So, I was trying to cut the end piece, and the blade was starting to jump, and I didn't want to jump and like shatter the blade or anything crazy and it fly everywhere. I'm not trying to die today. We got the scraper here. Not what it's for, but that's gonna do the job today. If you look close, you can see the metal is now separated at the end. So we're just gonna keep cutting down this way, and I'll be back when it's finished. Look at this, look at the, oh, dink! All right, so that's the first side. The second side, obviously they're a little uneven. I used two different fittings. So on this side over here, I used this one. Slow, took forever. So I just started to cut with it and then just bent it with the what's it called? Don't worry about what it's called. And then I used this on this side. As you can see, it cut a lot quicker, but honestly, this one was kind of sketchy. It was flying, shooting sparks everywhere, as you saw on this side. But it got the job done a lot faster. All I got to do is sand down both sides. This side I got a bit more sand to do because the bit was so much taller on the second half. If you look at them, that was a lot thicker. So I wasn't able to get as close as I would have liked. So I'm gonna have more sand to do on this side than this side. But we're making progress, boys. What can I say? CPA, Master Tech, I do it all. We'll be right back. So we're back. I got the Dremel hooked up. We're gonna go ahead and clean up the cuts that we got here. As you can see, they're really sharp and rough, and I don't want that anywhere near my new trans cooler lines. But on another note, I forgot to mention this earlier. Those snap rings that we took off only worked for the factory GM trans cooler. I don't want to pour trans fluid all over the floor. Oh, look at me. Look at that. 2 seconds later, right after I said it, I spilled it. Anyway. So those fittings on the new one, so there's no fitting, there's no little clamp there. Once I finish cleaning up the cuts, we're gonna go ahead and try and get these fittings off and see if that works. All right, that's one side down. We're gonna knock at the other side and then start painting. As you can see, we got another test fit going on. It now mounts in there perfectly. So down at the bottom, remember those pieces that I was talking about that we had to cut? So now, as you can see, it's no longer gonna be sitting on the front support for the hood latch. So there's actually room in between there now. So it's gonna sit about right here. As I was saying, sorry, I lost where I was at, lost track. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back out, and then we're gonna paint the raw metal back there, as you can see, just so nothing rusts. And then we're also, just to go the extra mile, we're gonna go ahead and mock these up. So this is how the bracket's gonna sit whenever we finally mount it. So we drew a line at the end. Sorry, you have to excuse the construction going on in the background. We're getting the pool. But we're gonna draw that line right there on the end. We're gonna cut the excess off so that way it just looks a little bit cleaner whenever we're done. Then on the bottom, I'm gonna grab some washers right here. It's gonna pop back behind there because there's a gap that you can't see just because we didn't completely cut it off. So it's gonna fit right in behind there. That's gonna keep from any vibrations or any kind of weird rattles. And then that one, we could just put a self-tapper in and it'll be good. So if you refer back to the earlier in the video when I was talking about, I don't know if the new fittings will fit on the old trans cooler, will come off. Well, we have discovered that they do in fact come off. So we're about to see if they fit on the new trans cooler. And if they do, that means you have to make no modification. Over here, you have to excuse the fans, it's a little hot out here. Come over here to the new trans cooler, let's see. Let's see. No, man, the threads on this are just a little smaller. The diameter is just a little bit smaller than what the new trans cooler takes. Oh no, that's not even gonna work. I just realized these fittings fit right here at the end of the trans line. Sorry, we covered them up so we didn't get any kind of contaminants in there. But the fittings fit right on the end of the trans line, and then this rubber grommet goes over and then they clip in together. But we've moved the ends of the trans cooler out to right here. So these trans cooler lines are no longer gonna line up with the end of the trans cooler. So basically I'm gonna have to use this hose in the supplied fittings to make it fit. That's sad. I was looking forward to using these. I thought for sure we had solved something, but really we didn't. It's time to start painting. We got some Rust-Oleum high heat here because I'm sure it's gonna get hotter than the engine bay. Put some primer, make sure this stuff sticks. Beautiful. So while we let that dry, we're gonna go ahead over here and clean up our cuts from earlier as well. Just make sure there's no metal exposed. Beautiful. We'll let that dry and we'll be right back when it's done. All right, so while we're waiting on that to dry, we've got our trans cooler line here. We're gonna go ahead and guesstimate and get this started while we wait on that. So from about here, so we'll say it'll need no more than from here to here. It's probably not, it's not gonna sit like this exactly, but something along these lines. So I'm gonna cut about right there. So that's our first piece of hose, is gonna go from about here to here. So hose number one, boom. Ooh, might be time to clean that. All right, and then hose number two, it's going from the trans cooler line right here to the trans cooler. Probably gonna be like that. Ooh, I just sliced myself on whatever cooler that is. Boom, about here. And we're gonna see just how close my measurements are, my guesstimates with me. See, I just had to put more force into it. You see how easy that one snapped? Boom, done, that quick. All right, boom, boom. So those are both the trans cooler line. This is extra. And just in case I did mess it up, we know exactly what size is on here, so we gonna go and get some more. Come on now. All right. So after looking at it for a while, we've determined that if we run the lines how it is, how they come with the hard lines, it's gonna have to make a hard bend from up here down and back up into the trans cooler. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and chop the trans line right here so we can make a smooth loop from the trans line into the trans cooler like this. It's much less aggressive and much less likely to kink. And then on this side, same deal. It would go like this and then down into here, which is a pretty hard bend, versus just cutting it right here and just an easy loop straight up into the trans cooler. So we're gonna cut it and we'll be right back.